On the morning of August 20th, 2010, employees at the Vortex Spring dive shop in Ponce de Leon, Florida, reported a missing person to the authorities. Upon investigation, they found Ben McDaniel's pickup truck abandoned in the parking lot, with his personal items inside, including over $1,100 in cash, his ID, and a cell phone. His absence and the state of his belongings led authorities to believe he had gone missing while diving at Vortex Spring. A search was initiated, but despite efforts, no signs of McDaniel or his whereabouts could be found, sparking a lengthy and puzzling investigation into his disappearance. Ben McDaniel was born on April 15, 1980, in Collierville, Tennessee, as the eldest of three siblings. He was known for his adventurous spirit and love for outdoor activities. Ben was particularly passionate about rock climbing, often participating in it with his younger brother, Paul. Additionally, Ben was highly skilled at playing the piano, a talent he showcased during family gatherings and events. As a teenager, Ben's interest in diving grew, and he began practicing in his family's pool. His passion for the sport expanded through his high school years, where he honed his diving skills, leading him to pursue it further in adulthood as a serious hobby. In 2008, tragedy struck when Ben's younger brother Paul, his frequent rock climbing partner, was found unconscious at their parents' home. Ben's attempts to revive Paul were unsuccessful, and it was later determined that Paul had died from an overdose, specifically from a combination of opiates and benzodiazepines. This loss devastated Ben, leaving him to grapple with overwhelming guilt and depression. He blamed himself for not being able to prevent Paul's death, which severely impacted his personal and professional life. Ben's marriage to his wife, Sarah, fell apart, and his construction business also failed, leaving him deeply in debt. This emotional turmoil marked a turning point in his life. After the breakdown of his marriage and business, Ben McDaniel returned to live with his parents, Shelby and Patty McDaniel, in Tennessee. His parents, understanding the depth of his struggles, offered him a sabbatical, a period of paid time off to help him recover and regain stability. Ben accepted this offer, hoping the time away from responsibilities would help him heal and rebuild his life. During this time, his parents suggested that he take a break at their beach house in Florida, located in Santa Rosa Beach along the Emerald Coast. This peaceful setting provided Ben an opportunity to reconnect with his passions, including diving, and focus on finding a fresh start. In Florida, Ben rediscovered his passion for diving, frequently visiting Vortex Spring, a popular freshwater spring known for its clear waters and challenging cave systems. The spring, located in Ponce de Leon, was an ideal spot for experienced divers, and Ben quickly became a regular at the dive shop. He enjoyed the thrill of exploring the underwater cave systems and the serenity the sport provided him, offering an escape from the emotional challenges he had faced. As Ben spent more time at Vortex Spring, he became well known among other divers and staff, earning respect for his diving skills. He formed friendships with fellow enthusiasts, but some began to notice a shift in his personality. Vortex Spring is known for its deep, complex cave system, which attracts experienced divers looking for an adventure. The cave begins at a depth of about 115 feet and stretches over 1,600 feet in total. However, it is also a dangerous location, with a history of fatal accidents. In the 1990s, 13 divers lost their lives in the spring, prompting local authorities and diving organizations to establish strict regulations to improve safety. The area's risks are highlighted by a prominent sign near the cave entrance, warning drivers about the dangers ahead. Additionally, the spring's entrance is gated and locked, with only certified divers allowed access, ensuring only those with proper training can explore deeper sections of the cave. In the months leading up to his disappearance, Ben began to make positive strides in his personal life. He expressed a desire to move past the trauma of the previous years and pursue a career in diving. Ben had planned to become a certified diving instructor and was interested in cave diving as a way to immerse himself fully in the sport. On August 14, 2010, Ben left a heartfelt letter for his parents, thanking them for their unwavering support and expressing his gratitude for their help during his difficult times. He promised them that he would care for them when they were older and hoped to start a diving-related business in the future, showing a sense of optimism about his new path. On August 18, 2010, Ben returned to Vortex Spring for one final dive before heading back to Tennessee. He completed a dive earlier in the day, and later that evening, he was seen by fellow divers examining the area around the cave entrance, suggesting he was preparing for something significant. Ben resurfaced and refilled his dive tanks at the shop, then spent some time testing his equipment and writing notes in his dive log. Around 7:30 p.m., Ben embarked on a solo dive into the cave. Dive shop employee Chuck Cronin, who had become friends with Ben, had suspected Ben had been opening the cave gate on his own, so as an act of goodwill, he unlocked it for him. Cronin was the last person to see Ben before he descended into the depths. When Ben failed to resurface after his dive, the employees at Vortex Spring noticed his truck was still parked, and they grew concerned. After 2 days without any sign of him, they contacted local authorities to report Ben as missing. Initial assumptions were that Ben had drowned while exploring the cave, as the area was known for its dangerous conditions. A search was launched, and multiple divers, including experienced cave divers, entered the spring to locate his body. Despite their efforts, no trace of Ben was found, and it became clear that the situation was more complicated than a simple drowning. Even veteran divers, familiar with the area, were unable to find any evidence of Ben or his dive. The search for Ben McDaniel intensified in the weeks following his disappearance, with various expert divers and search teams assisting in the effort. Ed Sorensen, a renowned cave diver, made several dives in an attempt to locate Ben, but found no evidence of a dive or a body. Additionally, Steve Keane, who had mapped the Vortex Spring cave in 2003, also made multiple dives, but was unable to locate any trace of Ben. As weeks turned into months, the McDaniels hired a private investigator to explore the possibility of foul play, but again, no substantial evidence surfaced. In 2013, the state of Florida issued a death certificate, though Ben's body was never found, and the mystery of his disappearance remains unsolved. If you found Ben McDaniel's story intriguing, don't forget to like and subscribe for more true crime and mystery content. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update from our channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.